Is it exasperation, a creeping sense of dread, or a desperate yearning for anything to happen that has gripped the Golden State Warriors faithful this summer? As the dog days of the NBA offseason drag on, a chilling silence has fallen over the Bay Area, while rivals make splashy moves, retool their rosters, and inject fresh talent. Our beloved Warriors have remained, by all accounts, utterly stagnant. It's a frustrating, almost agonizing standstill, dominated by one central unresolved drama: the Jonathan Kuminga contract holdout. But what if the answer to this prolonged, unsettling quiet isn't a fresh face, but a familiar one, a player who once donned the gold and blue, now potentially available to inject the very punch this team so desperately needs? You're locked into the Warriors Report, and today, we're cutting through the silence to explore a potential seismic shift that could finally break the summer's frustrating stalemate. This isn't just about a potential trade. It's about the very essence of a championship contender, the delicate balance between youth and experience, and the relentless pursuit of that elusive next banner. For over 2 months, the Golden State Warriors have been the NBA's quietest franchise. While the league's rumor mill churns and free agency periods bring a flurry of activity, the Warriors' ledger remains stubbornly blank. No significant additions, no major re-signings, just the unsettling departure of a beloved veteran in Kevin Looney, who took his talents to the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a stark, almost alarming contrast to the usual buzz that surrounds a team with championship aspirations. The dominant storyline, the elephant in the room that has cast a long shadow over the entire offseason, is the ongoing contract impasse with forward Jonathan Kuminga. The young athletic wing, a player with immense potential, is reportedly seeking a multi-year deal in the range of $20 to $30 million annually. The Warriors, on the other hand, have reportedly extended only a qualifying offer, a 1-year deal worth approximately $7.9 million, which would make him an unrestricted free agent in the summer of 2026. This chasm in valuation has created a tense standoff, leaving Kuminga's future in limbo and the Warriors roster with a gaping hole. With training camp less than a month away, the clock is ticking. The team is still expected to eventually sign veteran center Al Horford, a move that would bring much-needed experience and frontcourt depth, and re-signed Anthony Melton, a versatile guard. Yet, even these anticipated moves haven't materialized, leaving the fanbase anxious and the roster perpetually incomplete. The Kuminga situation, however, is the central nervous system of this offseason's paralysis. Is he a long-term piece, or is his future elsewhere? And if it's the latter, how do the Warriors replace his unique blend of athleticism and scoring? This is where the whispers begin, where the tantalizing possibility of a solution emerges from the static. Writing for Bleacher Report, Andy Bailey recently floated a name that might just be the jolt the Warriors need. Kelly Oubre Jr., yes, that Kelly Oubre Jr., the dynamic wing who spent the season in the Bay Area during the challenging 2020-21 campaign. Bailey's argument for Oubre's return hinges on a crucial point. Familiarity is at least a part of why the Golden State Warriors are here. Oubre played for them during the 2020-21 campaign when he averaged 15.4 points and 1.6 threes. Let's rewind to that 2020-21 season, a year marred by injuries and the absence of Klay Thompson. Oubre, in his lone season with the Warriors, was the third highest scorer on that iteration of the team. While it didn't lead to championship glory, he showcased a raw, aggressive scoring ability that at times was electrifying. He attacked the rim, provided a much-needed athletic presence, and offered a different dimension to the offense. Now, with the Warriors needing more punch off the bench and currently having only 9 players under contract, the idea of Oubre returning takes on a new, compelling urgency. The timing, as Jake Fisher has reported, could be serendipitous. The Philadelphia 76ers, Oubre's current team, appear to be in a precarious situation. With recent surgeries for star Joel Embiid and new acquisition Paul George, the Sixers are seemingly embarking on a new era, one led by the exciting young core of Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain, and VJ Edgecombe. This shift in organizational philosophy could make Oubre, an experienced veteran on an expiring contract, a prime candidate to be moved to a contender this summer or before the trade deadline. The stars, it seems, might be aligning. But let's delve deeper into what Kelly Oubre Jr. could bring to a Golden State team desperately seeking an answer to the Kuminga conundrum. Over the past 7 seasons, Oubre has been one of the more under-the-radar consistent scorers in the league, averaging at least 15 points per game for the Warriors, Phoenix Suns, Charlotte Hornets, and Sixers. This isn't a flash in the pan, it's sustained offensive production. While his shooting numbers have had their ups and downs, the gravitational pull of Stephen Curry and Draymond Green creates floor spacing on a different level, a phenomenon that could unlock Oubre's perimeter game in ways not seen since his first stint. Beyond the raw scoring, Oubre's athleticism and paint presence on both ends of the court would be a significant boon for this Golden State roster. As Bailey eloquently puts it, at least in theory, a downhill scoring threat like Oubre should be able to pull some defenses inward and away from shooters like Stephen Curry, Buddy Hield, and Brandon Podziemski. Imagine the lanes Oubre could create, the pressure he could put on opposing defenses, forcing them to collapse, and leaving Curry, Hield, or Podziemski open for uncontested looks. This is precisely the kind of dynamic, aggressive offensive threat the Warriors need, especially if Kuminga's departure leaves a void. Oubre is currently in the final year of his deal, making roughly $8.4 million. This expiring contract is a critical piece of the puzzle, offering the Warriors financial flexibility and a potentially lower acquisition cost in a trade scenario. He could seamlessly replace Kuminga as a more experienced, proven option on the wing, providing immediate impact without long-term financial commitments that could hamstring future moves. It's a low-risk, potentially high-reward proposition that aligns perfectly with the Warriors' championship window. The Golden State Warriors have been uncharacteristically quiet all summer, a silence that has bred impatience and frustration among the fan base. But now, with Kelly Oubre Jr. potentially available, a clear path emerges to address the Kuminga holdout and inject much-needed energy into a stagnant roster. This isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about reigniting the championship fire, bringing in a player who understands the intensity of the Bay Area, and providing Stephen Curry with the kind of aggressive, athletic wing support he thrives with. So, Warriors fans, what do you make of this potential reunion? Could Kelly Oubre Jr. be the answer to our Kuminga dilemma, the spark that ignites our offseason? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your take on this intriguing possibility. And if you're as eager as we are for some real action this offseason, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest Warriors news and analysis. Let's break this silence together.